I'm going to ask this. What's one thing wealthy people understand about time that average people don't? Yeah. One thing that the wealthy people understand about time that, average people don't. What's that thing?
So I think it's not even about understanding.
Okay.
It's about they just have a different perspective to time entirely.
Okay.
To be honest, right? I've I've been around. This is not even about punctuality
Yeah.
of being at the place. No.
Yeah.
They just see everything as an investment. So you can see someone will tell you that they are busy to come. They can delegate a meeting about that's going to make them money for maybe they are someone on their team to go, and they will go to attend the birthday party of a 5-year-old
Kai.
of a potential partner. It's a different perspective entirely to how they spend their time. So when you see it as an investment, then it questions, what am I doing with it? So when I'm on social media, I can be there to relax because I'm trying to unwind.
Yes.
When I'm here, what am I getting out of here? Right? It's the reason I used to attend lots of conferences. I used to travel from Ilorin to Lagos almost every weekend back in the days just to be in conferences. And yeah, they were good. But at the point, you just have to ask yourself that, okay, what am I doing with all these things that I'm hearing? Right? So when I was watching a video, and I think this would help me answer it better.
All right.
And he said he attended Tony Robbins' conference. Right? And in 7 minutes, he said he had gotten what he's looking for and he left. I've had similar experiences too before. I attend certain events and first 5 minutes, I've gotten several things. And it looks as if the next remaining minutes was a waste of my time and I'll leave.
Wow.
Not to downplay the weight of the event. To someone else at that event, the remaining part of the event is still valuable to the person.
Yeah.
But this is a mixed multitude. We are at different levels here.
Different levels, yeah.
Right? There are meetings that you go to and then you want to wrap it up quickly.
Yeah.
And there are meetings you go to that you are not even in a hurry to leave. So it's the value you attach to your time. It's the reason why traveling by road from Ibadan to Abuja is cheaper than flying.
Okay.
It's cheaper.
Yeah.
To some people.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, you're going to sit down for 12 hours. So let's say you are traveling, maybe the transport fare is 50,000 naira. And then the flight is 150,000 naira. That means you are saying that 12 hours of your time is worth less than 100,000 naira. Simple.
Kai.
But when you know that 12 hours of my time can make me... One of the things, I think it was just a math I did sometime. I said, if I said I want to make 100 million naira this year, divided by 365 days. So let's do the math together. If I want to make 100 million this year, 100 million naira divided by 365 days, that means my 24 hours is worth about 200. So divided by 24 hours, that means my 1 hour is worth 11,000 naira. That means the entire worth of my 1 day is about 273,000 naira. Is that really what my 24 hours is worth? In case you don't know, I charge $1,000 for 1 hour consulting.
Yeah, I know.
So why will I sit down
Kai.
for
12 hours.
Because I don't want to pay 100K.
That's 12,000.
Is the reason why you think that...
Please say it.
No, I even wanted to make reference to flying business for international trip.
Yeah.
It's not the same time we land. Am I this and that? But in fact, you are going to Kenya. You first go to Ethiopia. Then they don't bring you back to Kenya. Or you are going to Africa. You first carry you go Qatar.
Kai.
Or one continent, come back. You now spend like double the time. And then the day you land, you can't even do anything. You are jet lag, your back is broken, everything. The picture Meanwhile, you can just book the straight flights more expensive, business more comfortable, but as you are landing, you are productive.
Okay.
It's a different perspective to value of time.
So I think what you're trying to say is that time is more expensive than money, more valuable.
You can
The
always
money. Yeah.
you are the money.
Yeah,
You are the I'm
True.
the, I can always make the money.
the money. Yeah.
So but what I'm going to use is this my time. So I won't trade that.
And I love the example you gave that a wealthy man maybe has a meeting, we delegate someone just for him to attend a 5-year-old party of another potential partner because they know the value.
Yeah, it's an investment for them.
You know, I want to use this example just to take it back to what you said about you need to become first. You know, most times, thank God for someone that told me this. When I want to fly, when I go to the airport, I believe that VIP lounge is meant for some certain kind of people.
Let me shock you.
Please do.
Let me shock you. I realize that I get scared
Yeah.
to enter VIP lounge.
Hi.
You don't know how much poverty can damage you.
It's
I'm telling you that I'm going to pay, and I'm nervous.
it's so funny that when I get to the airport, I have never gone there to ask that how much does it cost to stay in this room?
And
because
it's 10K.
and it's 10K.
It's 10K.
10K.
It's 10K.
Well, 10K to see
It
because
was 3K before.
can you imagine?
And they'll give you tea with biscuits, and you're comfortable.
In fact, it's anything you want. Actually,
Yeah,
they say, what do you
like-
want? Because I feel like when I go, I see. So I've missed so many relationships. I think I told my wife one time. I was going to the airport. I saw someone I've been longing to meet, but immediately we got to, where they will check you into the person went straight into the VIP, and I was pained. And I could have said, this poverty thing. What is because I didn't know, and that's the truth. Most of us didn't know. Because I said this poverty thing. Now imagine this man entered VIP. I cannot afford to enter.
Fun fact.
The
I got
lounge.
my first 1 billion naira offer
Yes.
from a private terminal at the airport. I was just seated. The person goes, I think I know you. Conversation
Kai.
started. Just had meeting. Funny
That kind of person cannot sit in the general.
It's not. There's the balance. It's not even living fake life. It's the fact that when you realize the value you carry and the quality of people that need the value, you will want to be where they are. Simple. So you are in the general place because you know that's where your audience are.
Hey.
Yes, now because every time you go out, you're on a marketing spree. So where do you want to do your marketing? Is it not where your customers are? So it's an investment. It's a marketing investment. It's a marketing expense.
Oh God.
I've sat down. Where did I meet the one? We were just seated in business class. Funnily, he just borrowed my power bank. I'm telling you, he just borrowed my power. And I was like, oh, what do you do? And I'm like, oh, I do this. He was like, so, he didn't want to introduce himself because he wanted to know who was seated first. So I introduced myself. And I like, what do you do now? What do you do? I told him and all those things. And he said, I'm a civil servant. That's what he said. He said, I'm a civil servant. I said, oh, so we exchanged number. Only for me to Google his name. And I saw who he is. Thank God I collected contacts. And some of you, when you're civil servant, you just belittle the person. And if you are quick to belittle someone, it tells on who you are. It means you are a small person. So you like to bring people down to where you are.
All right. So for those that like, I love road trips and everything. Please check. Be sure you really like.
Be sure you
really like. Or you are trying to manage money. I mean, how do you waste 12 hours on the road? It shows that your time is not really valuable. There's nothing you are doing with the time. And I think I learned this from Yemi Kings too. I'll still bring Yemi Kings here. He said something one day we were talking. He said, I'm trying to put it the right way. That the way you charge really shows the kind of person that you are. The way you charge. Because you feel like if you are charging... Okay. I talk about my wife so much, sorry. So I wanted to say my wife now. There was a time I told her, I said, I know you're a fashion person, but you can't be sewing for everybody again. Because, they will say you are proud. In fact, one scenario happened like that someone said, you're proud, your money is too high. And I said, yes, it's because that the level of that person. You know why? Because Yemi Kings was saying something that time. He said, you have to calculate everything about your life before you charge somebody. The worth of the clothes you are wearing, what do you eat in a day? What does your thinking, what does it cost? I mean, he was putting everything down before. And that is why he said at that time, for those that know Yemi Kings, you know the way he charges. And go and check his profile now. You see that you're not just a regular person. You cannot, before you want to go to him that you want to snap, you have to think about it like twice or three times that, do I really... I know I wanted to have our own wedding. When he gave us the budget, what's the budget for our wedding? He's taking, why? Because he knows his value. And he's not scared. You know, most of us are scared because you feel you don't really worth that amount. So it's like, do I really worth it? And then, the people now start coming out, do you know what this person is charging? I can do it with this person, I can do it with this person, I can do it with this person. And in that sense of, they said, those that do it cheaper, they get so much busy that they even lose the sense of creativity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But those that do it with a very good price, they might get like 5 clients or 6 or 7 clients in a year, but they have made more than what they are busy. And anytime you see their signature, you know that this is their signature. I mean, I just have to chip that in. I'm rounding up. Let me ask this question. Why do you think Nigerians confuse visibility with wealth? I don't know if you get that question. I mean,
I get
visibility, like maybe social media presence,
popular
and all those things. Do video coming out from a rented car. Using
why are you setting me up?
No, I'm not setting you up. So why do you think Nigerians confuse that?
Because everything that looks like what you lack is admirable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you hear that? Please say that again.
Everything that looks like what you lack is admirable, is celebrated.
Okay.
What you are not used to is fascinating. When you newly got your phone, how many times did it fall down within that week? It did not.
Never.
But 6 months down the line, now we can fall down. You are used to it. If you travel and then we are seeing on your highlights Qatar, Egypt, Kenya, it's because we know that you are still new to traveling. Let me shock you. I was talking to a mentor and he said he was on a call with someone. And he told the person that, oh, sorry, you've been calling me, I missed your call, I was in London. And I just flew into London. Then the person replied him that, hey, yeah, when I just started traveling to that side, I used to drop the name of the countries I'm in. You know that pressure to, you just go back from a country, that pressure to say, and when I was in Kenya, is because it's new.
I want to make an example, but let me just...
So, and it works for everything. What you are not used to fascinates you. So it's the reason why I said that you have to consciously put yourself in an environment where even when you are not there yet, it feels familiar. I told you it was a ritual for over a year, if I'm not mistaken. Every morning, I will sit down, 1 hour luxury videos on YouTube.
Wow.
Every morning. I almost knew, the first time I flew private, and it was an S-class that came to carry me. What I remembered was that video I watched, where an S-class come and pick. But it felt like I've been there before, even though that was the first time I was going to be there. Right? It felt I've always been there because I've watched it over and over and over and over and such that it didn't feel new. But you can't blame people really when they see those things because that's their interpretation of wealth, because that's what they are not used to. And that's what it's even in their prayer point. Have you realized that some of you say your prayer point might not be success in itself. It might be what the success affords you. Houses, cars, jewelries, travels. If you check people's wish list, get my first car, go on my first national trip, and all those things. Meanwhile, there's one thing that you do well, and all those things will become a necessity. For example, it's your first billion in sales in your company. Suddenly, you want to expand to another country. Suddenly, you want to check how it's done in another country. That's a work trip. That's a work trip. I tell people, all my trips are work trips. None of them are vacations. They are work trips. And it's the reason why, if you see me post anything about it, it is the work.
Yeah.
Right? So, when
Yeah.
you see it like this, even
Yeah.
buying a private jet is not
Not
luxury.
luxury, yeah.
It's what you need at that level.
Yeah.
Imagine you have like 500 branches all over the world. How can you afford to be waiting for commercial timelines?
Never.
You can't.
Never.
So it's a need. Someone, what's it called? This guy, Jet Business, he was doing a video. He was reviewing someone's video who said, if you want to really make a statement, you need to buy this Gulf Stream. Then he said, nobody buys a Gulf Stream to make a statement. Nobody. Nobody buys a jet to make a statement. It's a need. It's a need. Even when you check artists that buys it and all those things. One of the questions I like to ask you: would you rather own the club or be the footballer?
Before. Because it's additional, people asking to answer because they can't.
Are you getting the picture now? Am I saying it is bad to be a footballer? Am I saying they don't have money? No, they do have money. But I'm saying the ball game is just different. And when you start thinking in scale, then you see that money is a subset of that scale. Money is just one of the additions of the scale.
All right. Thank you so much, Adesina. I want to take questions from the audience now. Where's the mic? Let me take questions from the audience. But let me quickly say this. Let me throw this. If everyone in this room received 10 million naira now, how many percentage will still be broke in the next 5 years?
Maybe 95%.
Eh?
Maybe 95%.
10 million, no.
There's some people's 10 million will finish in the next 24 hours now.
Why did you say that?
Somebody already has the car that money will complete it by now.
Car.
Am I lying? Somebody has a wig that they've been eyeing. So, to be honest, and they would
Yes.
have. So this is the thing. This is
Yeah.
the thing, right? There's a principle that if they divide all the money in the world equally among everybody in the world, that in less than, is it 3 days or 7 days, it will be back in the pocket of the original owner. What's the rationale behind it?
Please, let's
Did you
listen.
get that analogy? If they divide all the money in this world equally among all of us, in 7 days or 3 days, it will be back in the pocket of the original owner. Why? Dangote will still think of Dangote Cement.
Kai.
You will still think of G-Wagon. Tesla, Elon Musk will still think of building maybe a satellite in the sun or something. But you will still think of impressing your haters. So our perspective would still make sure that the spenders will spend, the receivers will receive it back. Simple
Wow.
as ABC. Check what you've spent money on today. How many of them are truly going to make you money back? Check what you spent money on the last 1 week. How many of them are going to make you? I tell people that when I tell you that I'm broke, it's good news to me. Yes, it's good because that means I know that my money has gone somewhere very valuable.
Kai.
So when I'm
because-
happy to be broke, it's
Wow.
cash don't make me, because I know if I even keep cash, I will spend it frivolous. I would spend it, I will put it, I will do. So when I'm broke, I'm like, nice, now we have sense. So I'm happy when you ask me money and I don't have.
Wow.
Yeah, it means that I'm using my own money the way I should use it. You are not using it for me. Because that's what happens when you don't know what to do with money. Someone else is going to use it for you. Someone else's mother is going to swallow shovel. Someone else is going to... something is going to happen. You are going to do something.
All right. So let me quickly take questions from the audience. Let me... I counted 6 people, right? Let me start with Fee. Your question.
So the question is, in regards to the wealth mindset, you said generating wealth is first a mindset. So the question I wanted to ask is, for a lot of people, your reality conflicts with the mindset, where you know what you should know, but the things around you shows you otherwise. So it's like, I know these things, I'm learning these things, but then every day you wake up, it's like reality tries to reset everything that you know back to default setting. So at some point, you start entering into a phase where there's a disconnect between what you know and what you are seeing. So how do you blend the two?
I really wish that you can paint a scenario, because there's an answer I would like to give. Right? Because one of the truths about what you're saying, I understand you perfectly. But one of the things I've realized, if you are ever, especially if you are coming from the background now, 2 things. Number one, you are going to have to leave what to others will be a lie for a very long time. Number 2 is that you are going to have to live on your own terms, meaning a lot of people are going to misunderstand you. You are going to have a lot of enemies. You are going to have a lot of eyes on you. But only you know where you are headed. See, I said this somewhere, and you guys are just putting me in trouble. Anybody who has not built wealth cannot access with the right judgment my journey to wealth. You can't advise me. You can advise me on marriage. You can't advise me on wealth creation. You can advise me on being a good Christian. You can't advise me on wealth creation. If you know it, you would have results in that area.
Oh.
Right. So it means that you are going to have tough skin. For example, when I said you would never hear me say I don't have money, do you know how conflicting that would be? When at a point, many people don't know, that at a point in this Abuja, I was on 2 radio stations, but I was sleeping on the bare floor.
Wow.
Yeah. Guess what? I still had staff on salary. And I didn't have a mattress. In fact, the house, I was cutting with someone.
Yeah.
In fact, someone begged another person to allow
you
me
stay.
But I was on 2 radio stations.
Wow.
Already. I don't know but my videos were already quite doing a little bit well. But I moved from not having a bed to at least a River Park Estate. You know, the price is quite... Yeah. So what does that mean? All those period of time when I was there, only I understood what I was up to. So let me tell you, so there's a place I used to eat. I had so much audacity in what I was doing that I'll tell the woman that I will eat, finish. I don't have money. And I'll tell the woman that, I'm going to come back. I'm going out. I'm going to come back and pay you. But I'm going to pay you in bulk. So I'm going to pay you for like 3 days so I can come here to eat. And I'll be like, you're a regular. And go.
Kai.
I'm not trying.
Kai.
Audacity pays bills.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how else to explain it to you. When I told the story, they dragged me about it. That the day I landed in Abuja.
The hotel story.
Let me even tell you this. And thank God I'm not lying. So that you can go and check, so that you check if my story is consistent. I think about 120,000 naira. Then flight was still quite cheap. So my flight to Abuja was less than 100,000 naira. All that was left to me was what would take me from the airport, boat. Someone that has 120,000 naira, should you enter bus? To Abuja, I booked flights. I landed, and then I took boat to the hotel. And then when they got in and showed me the hotel, they checked me in. I entered the room, and the guy said, so the payment. I said, please give me 5 minutes and come back. I'm going to pay. So come back with the bill. Just give me 5 minutes. And the guy left and came back. And it was within that 5 minutes that I sold to someone and the person paid. How do I explain this to you that as at when I was leaving the airport, I didn't know where the money for the hotel was going to come from. When I got to the hotel, the money was not yet in my account.
Yeah.
But you would never catch me speaking as if the money is not in my account.
Yeah.
Because one of the reasons why you think that the rich are audacious is because you think it's the money that is making them audacious. No. It's that they know that they can make money on demand. Whether through relationship or a value they carry. You do not recognize that.
Yeah.
That's why you think that when there's no money in your pocket, you are stranded.
Kai.
When you realize that there's something I have, it can print money on demand.
Yeah.
And I also, because of the quality of person I have similar people in my network that I can easily... I didn't borrow the money. It was actually a pending commercial. I've had someone that said, and the person made payments. I'm saying there's a value, there's also an investment you do in yourself that makes you audacious.
Yes. True.
You can't be confident on nothing.
True.
There's a way you know you've been investing in yourself that you will know that I'm not empty. You can't pray for 6 hours and come out and then, I don't know, sorry I'm getting religious, but there's just this, even if it's not real, there's just this
consciousness.
I just
I just finished it.
If you are
you want to face anything.
The same thing. You can't know that you've invested. For example, do you know how much it costs to register for CFA? Do you know what it takes to now pass CFA? That's what I'm trying to say, that there are some things you do and invest in yourself. You know that you are not empty.
All right, so
Audacity sometimes. So, but what I'm want you to get out of it, if you follow, is that you must be able to just live in your own reality, pending the time that the physical reality catches up.
all right, thank you so much, Adesina. My best friend is my wife. Sorry. So yesterday we were talking, and she was asking me that, do you have budget? Do you have budget for all these things you are doing? I said the truth of the matter is, when I start anything, I don't think about the budget first. Because sometimes the budget will scare me. I will enter into it. I would have got it to a path that I can't go back. I can only go forward. But if I had to sit down, that is why I don't work with those that analyze too much. We can't fit in. I spoke to somebody about this program. I said, we want to start this program every month. We'll be doing it. The first question, who is going to fund it? I was playing the voice note for someone yesterday. Who is going to fund it? Where are you going to be using? Do you think it's visible? Did so many questions. What's the budget for it? And I said, Oga, I did not reply. And that was the end of this conversation with that person. Because I know if I start to talk to this person, if we start talking, we will start seeing the impossibilities. And the way this thing is wired is that impossibility will now overrule the possibilities. And you start seeing reasons, genuine reasons for you not to go ahead with that thing you want to do. So I'm saying that you need some people that will spark up your fire. Don't work, and this is true, don't work too much with those that analyze. It will not help you. I know that they love you, and they can love you into smallness. These things don't work naturally. You have to force yourself into it. And that's how we call something breakthrough. You have to. But if you don't try it, you won't know if it will work. I'm sincerely saying that if I have to think about this program and sit down and analyze, we will not do it. And that's the truth. Because when we entered into it, I said, this money, this one, so this thing can cost 1 million. So this thing can cost more than 1 million, really, every month. So I just have to say that to boost you that whatever you want to do, I'm saying that because of the audacity that I said, Oga, do it. Even if you fail, you are better off someone that have not done it, have not tried it. And you now know how best not to do it.
So let me just say this, so that it doesn't look like it works every time.
Before. Benny, you enter trouble sometimes.
I don't know where I've been locked up before. Let's just leave it at that. Because sometimes you look at people doing crazy stuffs. I'm telling you, it's because they've taken crazy risks. And some of those risks, they can't even share the full story outside.
Yeah.
Right? But then, that is really what makes the difference between them.
Yeah.
Between us. That's really it.
Yeah.
The fact that I can throw all my life on the line for this thing, that's why that thing is going to work.
Yeah. All right, so the second question, the man in white. So I want us to be very fast. Oh, I thought you said you had the question. So very fast because of our time.
So I want to ask a question, not regarding this. Yes, part of this conversation, you mentioned this. No, you had an interview some weeks ago with Apostle. A friend of mine posted about it, and he was saying that you said something wrong. So I became your lawyer for like an hour. So chatting with the person. So he was, talking about you making a statement about at the point of your life you're not going to help some kind of your family. And when I watched the video,
I'm sure the person didn't even watch the full video.
Of course, he didn't. So I understood what I watched the full podcast, and I was trying to explain to him. But I now have a question in my own mind to actually ask about it. That sometimes when you want to do something big, what can be a place of respect for parents and a place of audacity to your what you want to do? Because sometimes you need to, it is a do or die affair. It's either you leave this family and do this. Because now the question is this: what is the place of emotional detachment from your family in doing something great, even though you love them and don't want to leave them?
So the honest truth is, and I just want to put me for trouble. See. Let me just quote what I said before. If my child wants to dare anything big, do you know that I won't limit the child? Why? Because even me, myself, I'm weary. Do you know what weary is? Even myself, I'm crazy. So when you are doing crazy things, I'm like, that's my son. Do you get? But if I've never attempted anything big that worked, what do you think I would tell to my child that is trying to do it? But guess what? On your deathbed, who is going to regret not achieving much? I honor you, but you've lived your life. This is mine. If truly you've raised me with the right values, you will know that whatever big thing I want to achieve, I will do it within the confines of that value. If only, except you know you didn't raise me with the right values. So one of the things I used to tell them then before, so I told them for a while, then later it did not work again, then I blocked them. So that's why I said, I just want to bring me for trouble. So in my own journey, for over a year, I didn't speak to my family members. They didn't know where I was living. In fact, for almost 3 years, they didn't know where I was living. They didn't know. Nobody knew my whereabouts. In fact, my family knew about me on social media. You don't understand how crazy that is. That is someone they've been looking for. Then they're like, who is this on Facebook? That's how they got to discover me, that I'm still alive. That was how crazy my journey was. Because I woke up one day, I realized that I don't want to be like this. If I'm not going to be like this, I'm going to take the other way out. And if you're trying to curtail me, did I fail on the journey? Yes. Did I make mistakes? Yes. But I'm proud of the mistakes because it's the reason why I'm worthy enough to be invited today. So one of the rationale I give myself is that on my deathbed is going to be my regret. You've lived your life. This is my own life. Do I honor you? Yes. Am I going to say insulting things to you? Never. In fact, if you know me, one of my default states is silence. I'll just be smiling. Right? So I won't disregard you. I won't say anything. I won't dishonor you with my words or anything. But I'm going to go quiet. And I'm going to still do what I want to do. Because at the end of the day, what I'm doing, honestly speaking, is still for all of us. They might not see it at that moment. So I'm telling you, if now they know that it was never for me alone. Right? But so you have to even endure their chastisement, knowing that, you know the story of Joseph, knowing that at the end of the day, everything you are still going to call your achievements is still going to be for general good. But at that moment that they don't understand you, I'm telling you.
All right.
You have to be a rebel.
Thank you so much. Before we continue, I'm still going to take like 3 more questions. Our time is up already. I think I want to take 2 more questions. Then if you have any other question, I'll beg additional to give us like 10 minutes after this session to just meet with like few people. Then you can ask because our time is up here. Yes, please. Tosin, all right? Please give him the mic.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tosin Emmanuel. I own a cybersecurity startup. And first of all, let me say it's a privilege to be in front of Mr. Adesina today. I'll say that. I'll say that because I think the statement he made about when he started, he wasn't where he was at that point in time. I think I started following you around January last year. And I could tell that he wasn't there. Because, look, I'm being serious right now. Because why? I understand his aspect of fake it till you make it at a point. No, I do. Because I have also, okay, why do I wear black and black? I learned that from Peter Obi. He was always wearing black and black, and I felt it made it easy for him to just come up, because as a politician, you're always needed. And I was like, okay, so why don't I just start wearing black and black? And that was the first thing I noticed with him, wearing black and black. And something a bit told me that he's wearing black and black because of that reason. No, I mean because of that reason. So I think I started watching Vusi, and then from Vusi, he got recommended to me. And then I knew, oh, this guy is going somewhere, and I need to join him on that journey. So in a way, I don't know if when we listen to music sometimes, we see all these artists that are not so popular, and when they start being popular, we are angry because we're gatekeeping them. At the point, that was almost like gatekeeping him. like nobody should know. So when he started blowing, I was like, no. Why are you blowing? You should just remain like this, because I felt like some people would not be able to get the value. There were so many videos of his that I downloaded then on my YouTube, but when he started blowing, he started deleting them. And you know what I'm talking about. So he started deleting those videos, and then I started having to now watch the videos once he releases them, because I don't want to hear that he has deleted. Yeah. So now the question is, I want to pick your brain based on the fact that you said Otedola's book. Some people were having issues with it and all that. I want to get something from you, from your own perspective, especially in the terms of continuity, because that you said that's something that keeps a lot of Nigerian businesses down. And I think Austin Avuru, the co-founder of Seplat, said the same thing, that he had to put his business in a trust so that to protect it for his family. So when you read Otedola's book, what in it do you think someone who's building something, especially who is trying to build like a conglomerate, can actually do in that case? What did you learn from that?
So the simple answer is that I think along the line we've gotten entrepreneurship wrong in a way. To think that you are a good entrepreneur because you know so many things. No, you are a good entrepreneur because you can organize talented people to get something done. So in the case of trying to build now, what you need is not more things to know, is people. So at the level that you are building, you need accountants, you need tax lawyers, you need this. This is when you now take consulting seriously. So you need to start at the level you need to start making friends with investment bankers. Right? So you need all this. So what that kind of resource exposes you to realize that you need certain people. Not that you need to go and learn certain things. Right? Your job is to know the vision and know how to organize people to get the vision done. So I don't want to run a business that will just run down. So who do I need? Who protects assets? So there are family offices, there are trusts, there are investment firms, investment banks. Just reach out to them. You don't even have to know what exactly you need from them yet. Just reach out to them. This is what I'm trying to do. One of them is going to reach out to you, tell you the array of options, then go through it. Then tell your lawyer to check through it. Right? At the level, you can afford to find a lawyer that you can put on even if it's 50,000 monthly retainer, just that can check one or two things that you are doing. Because one of the ways you would know that you are truly now in business is that lawsuits will be flying left and right. Right? So until then, enjoy your honeymoon. Right? So what I would recommend to you is that just look at the kind of things that you think that you need and start looking for people in the industry that you can actually talk to. Start making inquiries. All those things, it just exposes you to what's obtainable in those fields. Right? For example, don't just limit yourself to all these mobile investment apps. Find a proper broker. Right, with a proper bank, and actually open a proper brokerage account. These are ways to show that I'm truly serious about this thing. Right? Nobody is going to put 10 billion naira on a mobile app. So a sign that you truly know that you are up to serious business is that you actually reach out to the likes of Chapel Hill, Afrinvest, Cardinal Stone. I mentioned several so that you don't think I'm recommending anyone. All those people, just reach out to them, make inquiry. What do you charge? And all those things. Just understand the basics. Because that's now when they're now traceable. It is from there, one of them reach out to you that, do you know that we can actually manage you as an entity? And you're like, okay, what's the deal? Get their offer. Get another offer from another investment bank. Another offer from another investment bank. So you compare them. At a level, you have no business being the one making transfers. Right? Even if you have side chick, is your manager that would know the side chick to pardon me. Right? That all those things. Your children, in fact, your children knows that the person to really bobo is not you. They know that it's your wealth manager to really cajole, to convince you to make the transfer. Right? You mention of trust. Many people think trust fund means that once you're at a age, you don't have access to the money. It's not true. Trust means that at an age, you now go to the trust. The trust has a board. Then you present to the board what you want to use the money for. Then the board will consider it to know whether they will give you the money or not. So that they know that you won't squander the wealth. Right? So at a level, you need to start making those connections intentionally. They won't fall on your laps. Right? So that's really the
Thank
thing.
you so much.
This time out. Unfortunately for Tosin, I only met you at the Declassified podcast with Apostle Femi Lazarus. So thank God you blew. If not, I would have missed it. I remember 20 minutes and I was like, why is this guy so rude? You know? Then after 30 minutes, at first I was just looking at my therapist talk to me, like, you know. So it was very powerful. Both podcasts you did was powerful. I know I watched it maybe over 5 times. And honestly, I came here to actually see you one-on-one. But thank God when I came, you organized the networking session. And it was amazing. I spoke with 9 people. We all did different things. And I just learned that the solution of this country's problem is still here, you know. So the question I have is this. You described a millionaire and a billionaire as the person, not what they have in their account. Is there a poor millionaire?
Is there a poor millionaire? So, because, okay, wealth means abundance. Abundance can be abundance of anything. So you can be a millionaire in money, but you can be poor in other things. So are you saying that there can be someone that can be a millionaire yet lack money? Have the money, but is still poor. That means now you are putting your definition of poor now can be it can be any other thing. So definitely there can be a poor millionaire. You can be poor in health.
You have a scenario where you said 3 billionaires were taken to an island with $100.
Yeah.
They will still make.
They will definitely still make money. They will make money.
Yes, but do you think there are other billionaires in cash that you give the same scenario and they won't be able to come off it? Maybe some inherited the billions, I don't know.
Even if you inherited it and you're able to keep it, it means you can make it. If you inherited it and you can't make it, you won't be able to keep it. Because it's the same mind. Knowing what to do with it, that it never finishes, is the reason. What's really wealth multiplication? That if I give you 10 million naira today, I know it can never finish. That's really what it means. So I've said this before, that one of the things I did for myself, that I would say one of my early days, my allowance then from school was, I think, 10,000 naira every month. And one day it just dawned on me. I can't remember the book I read. I can't remember now the book I read, but I know I read it in a particular book. And I just realized that. And that day, all that was left in my account was 1,200 and I think 20 naira that was left. And I just said to myself that, what if there's something I can do that this 1,002 can never finish? So, number one thing I did was to zero in my mind that, okay, let me assume that I don't even have this money. What am I going to do to make the next amount of money? What am I going to do? Then I got to the school the next day. And I'm like, what can I do? Okay, I sabi books more now. And they gave us assignment, and I just went to meet, I think we're in 300 level, 200 level there, I think 200 level. So we had this mini capstone project. I just went to meet the people that I know in my class that would not want to do the thing by themselves. And I'm like, I can do it for you. How much will you pay? 3K. And someone paid immediately. This is how this thing works. And that was it. I was a millionaire. But yeah, and from there I just ensured that, okay, from this 3K now, add 1K to this, live on the 2K. Make another money, add 1K to the one behind, live on this. Make another, add 1K to this. And that was it. I had savings. Then from that savings, I went to learn video editing. From video editing, learned other skills. And that was basically it. At a point, there was practically almost no digital skill I didn't have. Right? Because I just knew that, okay, as long as there's something I can offer, I won't be hungry. So I was just learning everything. Graphic design, video editing, web design. I was just learning everything. Because I just needed to know that at every point in time, there's something I can offer in exchange for money. So really, I think that if you can keep, it means that you can actually grow. So you can be poor in another area, but I don't think that if you can keep, even if they handed it over to you, if you can keep it, except that there's a structure keeping it for you, and are just giving you allowances, and that's what you are living on. And if you check those people's life, they are miserable. So you can't even call them a billionaire. So yeah, I don't think there's something like that.
All right. Thank you very much, Adesina. Please, can we clap our hands together for Adesina? Huh? So that's the end of today's session, or should I call it podcast with Adesina? Please, can we celebrate him one more time? Thank you so much. We will definitely have you back because we cannot. I still have more than 20 questions to ask, but we have you back. All right.